Hello everyone, I thought I would just show you what a modern racing sim looks like. I'm just going to give you a lap of the Bathurst track in Australia in a McLaren 720S GT3 car. Good start. If you're not a gamer, if you're not a sim racer, this is a force feedback steering wheel. It lets me feel every bump of the road. I can feel what the tyres are doing. Because this is a sim, not a, well, it's a game obviously, but I mean it's simulating everything. It's a so get in the right gear for the right corner. I am by no means an expert at this, but if you put in VR, the sense of speed is unbelievable. Bathurst is a really good track. It's quite challenging. In fact, we're coming into a very challenging section now. Third gear, down the hill, brake, second, into the tight corner. You can actually accelerate around that corner. Back up to third. Really got to thread the needle through all those walls. Back to second, around this tight one. Down into the downhill. Yeah, that makes sense. My pedals are load cell pedals, so I have to press them as hard as real pedals. So you might hear my voice go as I press the pedal. Got my foot right on that pedal now. Just ease it down. You're coming down the hill so quick. There you go, that was a lap of Bathurst. Should we see what it's like in a race? And cross the line. Okay, I set up a custom event, told the game to give me a random start position. It's given me 10th on the grid. Thanks, game. There's 4 categories in the GT3. 4 cars in the GT3 category, rather. BMW, Porsche, Mercedes, McLaren. That's for in this sim, that is, which is called Automobilista 2. I'm in a McLaren 720S, which is a feisty little number. How cool does that look? Oh, I got a better start than you. Oh, can you fit through? Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, I'm making it look easy. Believe me, nobody is more shocked at that start than me. I got a good exit out the first corner as well. The thing about VR that's cool is you can literally look to your side and see the car next to you. Whoa, hello Porsche. Porsches don't have marvellous straight line speed, but they do have very good braking and cornering. So there's a big long straight, which you saw earlier, the big downhill. So I suspect, assuming I don't bin my car before that, I'll get that Porsche on the downhill if I can stay close to him. The other thing about this car with this setup is second gear's a bit leery, it's a bit feisty, so I have to feed the power on. If you press the go juice a bit too hard in second, the back end tries to overtake the front end, which is a problem. In the other gears you can stamp on it a bit more aggressively, but in second you've got to be a bit careful. Look how close everyone is, look at that. It's like they're joined together, isn't it? We're only doing 100 miles an hour through the mountain. Could go wrong. Nearly screwed that up. In case you're wondering. Oh, didn't get a good exit. Might not catch the Porsche. Might do, might not. But I do need him to pick a side. He's going that side. Oh, this is going to be close. Oh, maybe not. Look at them bashing each other in front. Brake a little bit earlier. See the Porsche coming up in my mirror? That's because the braking on the Porsche is amazing, so they can brake later than I can. So that was his opportunity to come back at me, really. He's probably not going to come back at me now. Until I screw up, which I will. The other thing is I'm not used to talking and racing at the same time. So it can stuff your concentration up. That's the noise I make when I'm about to die, as you're wondering. So this is a proper sim. So it's simulating the wind coming off the car in front and things. So you have to be careful on the braking, because I braked a little bit earlier on purpose. Because the dirty air coming off the back of that car can spoil my downforce on my car, making my braking, the amount of room I need to brake longer, so you brake a bit earlier. Ooh, see, second gear, see how my car tried to get away from me then. So if you're not a sim racer and you're watching this out of some kind of weird interest, the steering wheel that I have gives me feedback, so I can feel every bump, every curb I go on, I even feel the gears changing. It's a bit slow. I was a bit slow then, and the BMW behind me came right up my tailpipe. Just not much fun as it sounds. So, look behind me. Yep. Oops, missed my gear change. So, what was I saying? Yes. So this steering wheel is a modern marvel, and I can feel every single bump. I can feel when my tyres let go of the track, and I can feel when it grips them again. So you can correct your steering when your grip goes. Oh, it's such an... Oh my god, he's slowed down so much. Oops. Now, admittedly, both those bumps were my fault, but they're only bots, so no one's going to be complaining. If you go off in a real race, you don't just come straight back on like that. But bots are expendable. Damage is off. So, whereas normally your car would get damaged, and racing etiquette says you don't just come flying back onto the track, sort of thing. Yes, so the steering wheel's a bit of a modern miracle, really. And then my pedals are what's called as load cell pedals. So they don't work on how, like if you go and buy yourself a reasonably priced steering wheel and pedals, the pedals will work on how far you push them. So how far you push the brake will say how much braking effort the game thinks you want to give. So you put your pedal to the floor and it gives it God, it's so hard to talk and drive at the same time. So you put the pedal to the floor and the game will think you want to give it full throttle or full brakes or whatever. Well, my pedals are called load cell brakes, which is exactly what it sounds like. They have a load cell that measures how much force I put onto the pedal. So if I want to put full braking, I have to press it like almost as hard as a real, brake pedal. It's actually makes my voice do that when I do it. But the cool thing is that if I want to ease off on the brakes because I feel my tyres locking up, all I have to do is relax a bit and the pressure will release off the load cell, and that translates to releasing brake pressure just like a real car. So it's, again, you're not getting through because I've got the inside. Ooh, did you see that? My car just... I realise this isn't fascinating for most of you, but, I said I was going to do some stuff on my channel, just whatever I thought might be of interest to some people, even if that's only me. Oh, so brave. Let's go with the steering wheel. Oh, braked a bit earlier then, not sure why I did that. That clicking sound you might be able to hear. You might not be able. Oh no 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 no! Oh dear. Well, I screwed that right up. Hey, just forced your way through, BMW. That's what I would have done, to be honest. I'm coming back. Where was I? Yes, I really screwed that up there. I was so lucky. That clicking sound is me changing gear. I have paddles on the back of my steering wheel. I don't know if you can hear the click there. Click. And then I'll click it down again to second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. No more gears. Seventh. Come on, where are you? Somebody put a 7th gear in this car. If you want to set up, you have to set up, we don't have to, but you can set up all the gear ratios and everything, and that changes depending on the track. So you basically want your top gear, so 6th in this case, to more or less reach its end, if you like, as you get to the end of the longest straight. So you want to run out of 6th gear at the end of the fastest part of the track. But that's that one gear. Then there's all the other gears below it for how fast, depending on how many corners there are, how tight are the corners, how much, you know, is it about corner exit on particularly weird slow corners, or is it a track full of fast corners? Gear ratios is a black art. If you're wondering what happened then, he braked more than I did. I can't get back up to speed, so I'm going to get past it. He braked more than I did, so I had to put some extra braking force in, which unbalanced. I had to put extra braking force in the middle of the corner, so it unbalanced my car. And the main reason for that really is because I'm talking and at the same time as I'm driving, and also I'm no expert. That Porsche is holding up the Mercedes, so I will, hopefully we'll hold him up in the straight, and I'll get them both. Let's see if that plan comes off. I'm on my last lap, so if I can get past these two, I can at least get, I don't know, because I can't look at what position I'm in right now. I'm too busy trying not to die. Seventh, so 4th is probably the best I can hope for, but looking at the way the Porsche's moved and the Mercedes, there's not a lot of room there for getting through. Let's go for it. Last lap lunge. Whoa! I'm not going to brake in time, not going to brake in time. Oh, no, there you go. That's what happens with a last lap lunge. And we're last. That's racing. Well, there you go. Edgy came 13th out of 13 because he was too greedy at the end. Now, to be honest, if they'd all been real people, I wouldn't have driven that race in the same way. But they were bots, so I was just having fun with it. I would certainly never have made that last lap lunge on real people. They tend to not. They take a dim view of that sort of thing. Well, there you go. Anyway, Automobilista 2. I mean, look how utterly, amazingly cool this is. if you'd shown me this when I was 15, it would have been, well, it would have been science fiction then, but, you know, it would have just blown my mind. It blows my mind now. There you go. Automobilista 2 in VR. I am so hot. Bye-bye.